Pasta Fagioli. We are making this recipe for the Cookbook Club today. We are cooking out of Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen, their complete TV show cookbook. We're making Pasta Fagioli. Some people call it Pasta Fazool. I've always heard of it as Fagioli. Whatever you call it, it's delicious, right? Welcome to the Amy Learns Cook kitchen. I almost can guarantee that someone's going to say that I pronounced that wrong. But guess what? We're making it anyway, right? So welcome back to the Cookbook Club. This is my series where I pick one cookbook every single month and we cook out one recipe a week out of it. So if you want this recipe, you got to get the book, right? This is Cook's Country, the complete TV show cookbook from America's Test Kitchen. I'll put links to this down in the description, right? Pasta Fagioli. Pasta Fazool, right? Whatever. This is basically pasta and beans, right? It's delicious. I love it. And we're getting ready to make it. So we're going to be using 2 cans of cannelloni, white beans, one of which we're going to buzz in a food processor because that's going to be the base of this soup, stew, whatever. It's going to thicken it up. So it's going to give us a nice thick stew. So we're going to put 1 can of rinsed and drained beans plus a cup of water, and we're going to buzz this around until it is smooth. Which might take a little long in this food process.
Yeah, it's a little guy.
Yeah. It's pretty liquidy. I have no idea if this is...
Oh, that's a cut right there.
This is a little different. I'm not used to it being this liquid. I'm used to just pulsing the beans in here.
Would that make more of a paste, maybe?
Maybe. I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting the process.
Well, they're the ones with the cookbook, so
yeah,
they know better, right?
I'm just a little old home cook. Doesn't know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's move along with this. Okay, so usually with pasta fagioli, you're going to use pancetta. We live in a small town, and we're currently in the middle of a snowstorm. And our local store was completely cleaned out. But I was able to get bacon, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to cook it first. And I'm going to take it out because pancetta is like cured. And they add it in with the onions and celery and all that stuff.
They tell you to soften it up.
Yeah, I'm just going to cook the bacon and take it out and then put it back in because bacon obviously is raw. And this is what we have. I know, there's going to be people out there that have a big issue with this, but you have to remember when you want to make some, you're going to put in some substitutions. We live in a small town and not all of our stores have it. Plus, they were completely licked clean.
Honey.
I got to keep this away from Eric because he will come over here and avail himself to it.
You guys ask, why does Amy tend to laugh at the beginning of a clip?
It's usually because you're making a joke. If you see that, you just know that Eric said something funny.
I think we need to modify the recipe. Omit the bacon so I can have some now.
You can also use turkey bacon if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to put some onions in here. Whoa, it told me to cut 2 onions. That's a lot of onion. 2 onions chopped finely. That's a lot of onion. Maybe my onions are just too big.
What they tell you? Those are not big onions, those.
We put some.
You know they're going to wilt down a little bit.
This thing I have, I need a new stopper for it or whatever because I have to shake it like crazy to get it out. So let me let these onions have a little happy time in here. We're cooking, it's starting to smell yummy. Mm-hmm. Cooking, and it's starting to smell yummy. We got some carrots.
Well, she's only saying that because we still got residue of bacon in the air.
Carrots and celerots, known as celery. Celerot.
Yeah.
We got the onions and the carrots and a little bit of celery. Yeah, I remind me to order a new thing. Let me let these cook for a little bit. I forgot to add the salt and the pepper. Technically, you could do that after, but this will cook it in there and bloom it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let me cook these a little bit more. Okay. We're looking kind of tasty. Turn it down just slightly. I'm going to add some tomato paste.
But that's the double concentrated, the good stuff.
In the tube, not in the can.
No.
We're going to go ahead and saute this up and bloom it. So we're going to put some chicken broth in here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put our pureed bean mixture. It's going to splatter all over me. We're going to put another can of drained beans in here, rinsed and drained. I'm going to pop this baby back in there.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget that.
So we're going to bring this to a boil. We're going to reduce it down to a simmer, and we're going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We need to increase this to a boil. It almost is boiling. And we're going to put in some ditalini. This actually looks like short macaronis. A lot of people use these in macaroni salad. They look like this. Well, you can. You can't see that.
Well, I don't know if you hold the measuring cup up.
So we're going to put about a cup. I think this takes up a lot of liquid. Sort of like orzo. Why did I say orzo?
How much are you supposed to put in there?
A cup.
A cup or 2 cups?
1 cup. I just did a heavy pour.
Oh, that's a heavy pour, right?
Okay, heavy pour. That is a boil. In goes our pasta. You can put some Parmesan. I can't have that, so we will put that in at the end. You can put some basil in here. Like I said, our store was out of a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to put a little parsley in there for fun times.
The pasta aisle was raked over. I had a hard time even finding this stuff.
Everything was. There was no milk, no butter, no eggs.
Even the frozen section was kind of raked over.
So we're going to cook this for about 12 minutes until it's al dente. Hi, Pasta Fagioli. It's looking pretty good, if you ask me. I snuck a little taste. That's mighty tasty. Okay, let's give my little boo a little serving. How's that, boo?
Sure.
Looks mighty fine.
How did it do? Did it eat up most of the liquid? Or,
Yeah.
Or is there much of a broth?
I was worried about that, but it ate it up.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him a little Parmesan cheese on the top of his pasta.
Fresh grated.
Fresh grated. Straight from the Parmesan. Big old round. And I'm going to give him a couple croutons since we are lacking in crusty bread.
We ain't got enough room for that or anything.
And let's give him a little spoon of soup. How does that look? Pretty fancy.
Yeah, it looks worthy.
So you can salt and pepper it to taste. Looks pretty yummy to me. I'm not going to have any Parmesan.
Yeah, this is melting the Parmesan. It's all stringy now.
It's all nice. Pasta Fagioli, or what they call in Brooklyn, Pasta Fazool, right? Looks amazing. That is dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
It is comforting. It is, you can put salt and pepper if you want. To me, it's perfect. Crouton.
The veggies don't really make it a stew or anything, but they do lend their hands for texture and stuff.
Yeah, it's not like a soup. It's like a stew.
No.
And when you leave this overnight, this pasta may suck up the rest of the juice, so just add a little chicken broth to it. This is absolutely a winner all the way around.
Yeah. So even if we can't pronounce it right, we can at least tell you it is tasty.
We're a week behind. We made the fried chicken. We made this. Both recipes are a winner. The book is worth the price. The price of the book is worth this recipe right here. Cook's Country. You rocked it. I hope you enjoy. I have no idea if this is...
Oh, that's a cut right there.